This video is to teach you how to take a photograph with your Chromebook. The particular model of Chromebook I'm using right now is the Lenovo with the touch screen. This may be different on the other model of Chromebook, and it is different on a MacBook, so make sure that you are doing some troubleshooting to make sure that the device you're using will work using this method. The MacBooks are going to be a little bit different, so make sure you watch the tutorial video on the MacBook. Before I even talk about the application, I want to talk about the setup. So when I'm photographing artwork or any kind of document, I want to have good lighting and a good setup. So I'm in front of a window right now, but the shades are closed, so there's some natural light, but it's not going to be too bright. It's not going to wash out the image. If I were taking this photo at night, there's also a lamp that I could use to light up my workspace. I'm on a neutral workspace. This is my desk area. It does have some paint and some scuff marks that I'm going to strategically not have in the shot of the camera when I do this setup. When you're photographing artwork in particular, you want to make sure there's nothing else in the photo. You don't want the background in the photo, you don't want your dog, your hand, whatever's on your kitchen table. Make sure the only thing in your photo is the artwork, okay? So on my Chromebook, I'm going to go to the launcher in the lower left. And you can see camera is automatically one of the first things that I have access to. If I did not have access to camera, I could hit that little up arrow and now I can see the camera for sure. If it ever becomes too distracting to see all of those, you can click up in this space as well and make it go away. You could also just search for camera if you did not see the little icon for the camera. When I open the camera, it always opens up the front-facing view. I can certainly use the front-facing view, but this particular model of Chromebook has two cameras. So there's one actually on the keyboard portion of the device as well. In the lower left part of the screen, if I click on these two arrows, I can switch to the other camera, and now you're looking at my ceiling, okay? I'm gonna flip this device around. So I'm gonna carefully pick up my Chromebook with two hands. I'm going to fold it in half. Make sure that you have the Chromebook that is designed to do this. Don't break your Chromebook. And because my camera is now on the other side, I can hold the Chromebook like it's a tablet. And remember those scuff marks I told you about? I'm going to strategically place my artwork over the scuff marks. I'm going to hold my tablet over the artwork. And I'm going to try to crop the composition so that there's not a lot of that background in there. I will show you how to crop it afterwards. And press the button to take a picture. Gives me a little countdown. And it's about a couple second delay, I'd say 10-second delay between when it takes the photo after you push the button. I can click on the image to preview it. That looks pretty good. Now here's what's cool about the Lenovo. It's a touch screen. So if I put this down, excuse the glare from my windows, I can make some edits while I'm here. So if I tap on the image, I can go up to edit, which is that picture of the pencil. And I have it set to overwrite original automatically, which is what you want set. And I can tap on the crop icon. That's much too small. I want to try to get as much of the artwork in the picture as I can without getting that background in there. If you lose teeny tiny slivers of artwork because you're trying not to get the background, that's okay. And I can press done. Have a little tiny sliver of the background. Let's try to crop that out. Really don't want to see the background. And of course, if you don't want to use the touchscreen, you can just use the trackpad. I can press done, and I can use this little magic wand to do any color correction. So if I were photographing this with my light, I know that my lamp has kind of an orangey light to it. Natural light is very well balanced, which is why I recommend you try to use natural light when possible. When I want to rename this, I'm going to tap on the current name, and I can just start typing the new name. Okay, I don't have to delete that. So to rename this, in art class, the file naming format is very specific for a very particular reason, because you have me for art all through middle school. I want you to be able to look back at your work from when you were a 5th grader and see how much you were improving. Or if you're an 8th grader, you'll be able to look at the work you created as an 8th grader when you're in high school and see how you've improved. So you name it using your year of graduation, 2028. 8 if you're a 5th grader. Spacebar. Your first initial last name, we'll call this person J. Smith. Unless your name is J. Smith, you should not be typing that. Spacebar. Your homeroom teacher's last name. So if this is a 5th grader, we'll say that their homeroom teacher is Miss Joy. And then the name of the assignment. So this project is called Worms. If you're ever not sure about what the name of the assignment was, it is the title of the assignment on Google Classroom. So Worms. And then we're done. If you were typing that with a keyboard, you could just press enter. I'm going to unfold my Chromebook. I'm going to close my camera application. And right now, this is saved to my file. So I'm going to show you how to rearrange this, but let me adjust my camera position so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better.